All right, so these are all the resumes from let's slightly fine tune the way we fine tune here using instead of writing all this, what we have done is we just used site slideshare.net in your resume or CV or profile, then SDET, then software space star space in test, or maybe you can just remove that in also just one star. It will take number of words also. Okay, Sharma, if you remove in, I think you have more number of results now. Software test and test management. Software acceptance test, software and test tools. Okay, so Sharma, here you see here, one is like we were using earlier, something like this, site slideshare.net in URL, resume or CV or profile, SDET software space star space in test. Because when we are asking this, then we are very specific and we got only 33 results. Anyways, I assume that you're looking for SDETs, right? Software in test. So if we remove in, then you have some better results. And maybe additionally, test or testing or
Shiv,
yeah.
and also we can use software around some 3 tests. Is that fine?
We'll come to that operator later.
Okay.
Maybe in tomorrow's session, we'll come to that operator. That is still fine, but we'll come to that operator tomorrow. Sharma? Can't we use, I don't know what's wrong. Let me unmute. Even I can't unmute you, but can I unmute someone else? Yeah, I can unmute someone else, but I can't unmute you. Not sure, Sharma. Maybe your system setting something you might have to check. Okay, coming back here. So in test, when it was giving a very limited results, then we just removed in, and within the double quote software space star software test. And this star could be used for multiple keywords also. It's not just, it's also not just the fill in the blanks. It's fill in the blanks, dash, 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 dash in the blanks. So whatever the content between software and a test would be replaced. It would not be just replaced with the one keyword, but it can be replaced with the multiple keywords. So that's nothing but the test. Any doubt around star? Any doubt around this wildcard?
Yeah, Shiv, I think you can hear me now.
Yeah.
Yeah, what my question is, like, you have written test or testing, right? So can't we use test and asterisk over there?
See, the star is in the blanks.
Yeah. So in last, yeah.
So now this is gone. Even Sravan was trying to see, can we give test and immediately star, so that it should capture test, testing, tester and all. Earlier it was working, but now it has gone. So that's reason what we have done. We just remove this. Now, if you're saying can we give with the space? With the space, if you give, it might not take test, testing, or tester, but what it would take is after test, whatever the keywords are there. But let's say this one and then this one. So even this also star when I'm using, okay, I'm using it in the double quotes. But if I'm removing the quotes and giving a test space star, it's not understanding.
Yeah.
It's completely ignoring test space star. It's not understanding. But when we give in double quotes, test space star, that's where, because now the Google is saying you complete the sentence. Though you give me the fill in the blanks, but you complete the sentence. To complete the sentence, I need that double quotes. If I don't give this double quotes, Google doesn't know where this person wanted this, because now after certain changes, what Google has done is you complete the sentence, then I would give a results. Without quotes,
Yeah,
if you
mean
without completing
so
the
you mean double quotes test star double quotes is equal to test testing or tester or whatever upper test.
Not necessary. Here we have given a test. See, now Google has become smart. Even if you're using a test, it's highlighting testing, tester, and all. So it's saying that the person must be interested in looking at those synonyms. So that wavy or for earlier for similar results, we used to use either a wavy or test and immediately star, so that it gives test, testing, tester, all the results. But now you're not even giving that star also, but it's still highlighting.
Got it.
So Google keeps changing its algorithm. That's the reason this understanding these basics is more important. So that as soon as it clears the changes the algorithm also, we are able to catch it. Okay, fine. What the changes might have happened.
Got it.
Okay, now let's say if I don't know how to catch those changes, I would go ahead, give a test and a star, and it's not working. We would say, no, yeah, it's not working. Why it's not working? We don't know. Then I would say test space star, still it is not working. Why it is not working? We don't know. But when we have that stronger basics, then we try to give, okay, fine, let me try between double quotes. When I try with the double quotes, test, because if this double quote is working with the star, then this double quote also is supposed to be working with the star. Okay, then we know, okay, fine. Now the star operator is working when we're giving only between the double quotes, and we'll have to finish the sentence. Though it's a fill in the blanks, it's a fill in the blanks also, where software space, then finally test, and all the spaces, maybe 10 words are here before, after software and before test, maybe there are 10 words, but one star is enough to cover all those. So now if you see software test testing, software test testing planning, win runner, and then manual test testing, everything is coming in. So here software is here, engineer test, engineering, quality engineering. So test is here. Okay, software application development test plans. So software private limited test manager. Selenium.
Got it.
So Selenium also, if you see, we did not give this word Selenium or testing tools or anything, but Google is assuming that this person must be interested in looking at some of the SDET profiles where they're using this Selenium and additional words. It's becoming smart day by day. Test evaluation command, test operation test, software operational test, test technician, test consultant, test engineer, and all everything.
Ashif, you have given this, star, test and hyphen, right? I mean, sorry, double quote.
Yes. So star is working only with the double quotes now. Without double quotes, star is not working. Google is saying you complete the
sentence. Can you zoom it little?
Huh?
Can you zoom it? It's no, the font is very less.
Like this. Let's say without double quotes, if you're giving this, just test space star, it wouldn't show anything. Okay, now let's say test immediately star. It would still not understand. But now Google is saying, if you want to give star, please complete the sentence. Sentence or a word. Let's see, we tried for a sentence. If we give test space star, it becomes a sentence. Can we do it for the word also, but within the double quotes? Awesome. It's working with the double quotes also.
Shiv, can we give space after star?
Yeah, you can. Here we gave, right? Here there is a space before and after, but the condition is now we are using a star within the double quotes.
Yes.
Is the star valid? Question as on 30th December. Answer is yes and no, both. Answer is yes. Answer is yes when we are using it within, when we are using it in wildcard double quotes.
Shiv, Prakash this side, Shiv.
Yeah, Prakash.
Yeah, I think it works even without double quotes. Can you check just with the word without the cite command? Because I just tried it. So it is working even without quotes. So just if you could put any keyword along with wildcard, I think it will work.
Without the cite command, right?
Yeah, without any cite command, it is working. If you could
Without
just
any cite command, it would.
Yeah, it is working.
The reason because
Even okay.
you see keep test here, so you get testing and all everything.
Yep.
Okay, so the reason because it's only one single particular keyword, but additionally
Okay.
you use with inurl and additional operator, then it will start messing up. There's a huge content also.
Okay, because with LinkedIn I checked it, so it was working. I was giving a command with LinkedIn, and without quotes I was giving this test and wildcard, and it was working. So that's the reason I wanted to clarify.
LinkedIn without inurl or site?
No, I used site and inurl along with test wildcard without any double quotes. It was working.
Something like site linkedin.com/in and then additional keywords.
In URL, resume or CV.
No.
A software engineer developer.
Title. And test star.
Yep.
Awesome. So in some cases, okay, as we mentioned,
And I think it has problem only with slide share. Maybe other sites are working only with slide share. We are not able to implement few of the operators, I guess. Not sure.
LinkedIn, let's see in URL. Is it having a problem with? Okay, resume CV your profile. This is still fine. Yeah, maybe in that is the case now. Parameshwar, right? Prakash, thank you so much, Prakash. So thumb rule 21, is the star still valid as on? Answer is yes, no, both. Answer is yes when we're using star in double quotes or even for test star. However, not work. So this is okay. Let's do one thing. So here we have two. Here one. Let's say site .com/in. This gives us a result. Instead of that, let's use test twice in this. State or software development in test. This would go even with the LinkedIn, but if we remove double quotes, this would go. This is going off. Okay.
Only with slide share, I think it is not working. If you could just change site to slide share, it is not giving results.
Yeah. Let's see with the script. Script.com document. Okay, slide share and script is not working. Here we use site, here we use in URL.
There is spelling mistake in profile, sir.
Where?
Resume.
Profile.
CVF.
PROFILE.
And do we need to use? Okay.
Okay, it's a combination of site and it's a combination of in URL. But if it is not the combination of site and in URL, in this case, it's working. It's working. Okay, now let's say site linkedin.com/in and let's say in URL. In URL, some Tom must be there. Okay. Because LinkedIn, it's directly a individual profiles. slideshare.com/in.
So can you use intitle as that or
What?
intitle? Can we use title of
Intitle is fine. It's working. Intitle this SDET or software test. Intitle is working. Let's see. Okay, when it is a combination of site and in URL, that is where the star is not working. But if it is only site, because site and in URL seems to be again fetching the results from the URL only. But any URL, but if it is only site without this, it's working. Testing. Okay. So it's again yes or no, because though if we give this word test here, testing, though these words are coming, but it's not getting highlighted. Let's see now. It's still not getting highlighted. Let's remove the wildcard. After removing a wildcard as a simple word, if we give as a test search, then it started getting highlighted test, testing, tester. But test AUTO. If we use wildcard, nope. Nope. Okay, so this test, whatever we are seeing, it's actually ignoring. Though we are getting a result, but based out of this test, but not based out of this test. Let's say we need test automation. Test automation and all. So this came. This gone. But if we give like this within the double quotes, test automation, test auto, test framework, test auto, test automation, test auto training, QA test, test auto.
But why it is highlighting only test auto shell? It is highlighting only test auto, not like the
Software also it's highlighting, na?
No, Shiv, if you see first test
Test auto, software to test, software QA. Software to test, software testing, test automation. Automation is not getting highlighted is what you're saying, right? Now, if you see this, actually auto star has been excluded. It's not included, it's been excluded.
Okay.
Okay, though we are giving this, though we are getting a result. Okay, but I would say this is not reading it with the star the way it's supposed to be reading. Otherwise, auto star, entire automation should be getting highlighted. Now it's getting only auto highlighted. Auto.
That's my question.
Only auto is getting highlighted. Automation is not getting highlighted. But it's supposed to be automation to be getting highlighted, or auto focus to be getting highlighted, but it's not getting highlighted. So it's still ignoring it. Test auto tools. So when we say, now here we see as an example here, must include, that means it's basically trying to ignore it. It's not trying.
In case if we remove this asterisk, try only keyword test auto. Even though if you do that, I think you will get the same result.
Okay, now if we see test and auto space star, still only auto. Okay, auto build here, auto framework, that mission is excluded. Auto EN utilization robot test auto. Okay. Test planning. Test auto tools. Automated test engineer, automated test scripts. Only the word which are after auto. Okay, here automated, now it started. But when we give in the double quotes, but
Yeah.
when we do not give in the double quotes,
When we don't use asterisk and do test auto also, we will get the same.
yeah, now with the, even with the LinkedIn, if you're using this double quotes, sorry, if you're using this star twice, okay, so now this is within the double quotes actually. So that's reason it's going through. Now, if we get this in the double quotes, then only it's going through. One. The second use case, if we closely go to it, we see in some of the examples, because it's in double quotes, it's going through. But if we keep it close to the auto, now in some of the use case, we've seen that missing is auto. So excluding this is giving us the results. It's not actually including, it's actually excluding, though it's trying to give the results like auto like this. Here you have a result which is auto is not understood. It just directly excluded, but here we have a result auto is understood, but the way it has to be, it's supposed to be understood is auto star means automation, automated, automating, all the words should be getting highlighted. But if you see in this use case, it's not getting. Auto calibration, that's a word after it. Let's say, what's a better use case we can find? Silk, selenium. Okay. Manage. So this is supposed to highlight manage, manager, managed, managing, management. Okay. Management, management system, management analyst, management, managed. This is supposed to be working. So answer is again yes or no, I would say. In some examples it's yes, in some examples it's no. Mostly in most of the examples, let's say, so yeah, this is how we try and test Management Studio between 20 result. So when we use two wildcards, one is in the double quotes, one is not in the double quotes. If both are in the double quotes, it's working. We have last 10 minutes left. We'll relog in after this again for shorter time for 10 to 15 minutes, and then we'll stop for the day. Test auto. If you're using both things in the double quotes, it's working. But if you're removing those double quotes, it's not working with the similar words. Test. If I use, so test auto. So here it understands, okay, software test, and it's trying to understand automated test, software test, and all. So maybe for auto it's not working, but let's use for manage. For manager, it's working. Manage, manager, managed, it's coming. So answer is definitely yes, no. In some use cases, it will work. In some use case, it will not. Let's take both these use cases. Now going behind why, we'll see. We'll have to dive upon it. Okay, so coming back, answer is yes when we use it in double quotes or even for test star. However, some examples may not work. For example, is not working, is not working. We are trying. Similar test automation. Similar keywords. Automation twice. Okay, site intitle SDET. Okay, test auto is not working when we're trying for a similar keyword related to the test automation twice. So here also SDET or software and the space star space test is also a test automation, but test space auto star is not working. So here in this example, we are trying to do the same thing but twice and it's not working. Instead of test auto, if we use manage, is working because we are trying to.
If after manage there is no space for the wildcard.
Huh?
After manage,
There is no space.
no space.
Okay, is working because we're trying.
But before the software,
use
software.
Take second. Twice because, but for a different. And manage. So if you see this in this example, so in this example, we're trying to use it for the same, then it's not working. But wherein in this example, we're trying to use it for two different keyword. It's not just the LinkedIn or script. Now let's go to the script and see in case if this works. Okay, so site slideshare.net in URL resume CV or profile SDET or software test. Instead of okay test anyway within the double quotes it's working, but if it is not with the double quotes it's not working, because here also we gave the same command, so it might have got confused. So rather we'll use manage and star. Okay, for manage also it's not working. Sites. Okay, let's remove here the URL part. Now manage star. It's working now. Even like manager, estate manager, manager squad. But if you use auto, it's not working. So let's take this example also. So it's not just the LinkedIn, but also in the slide share. About two examples instead. It's to be not. Twice with star, as there must be as Google must be confused. Same search. Let's take one more example. Or manage. Instead of auto, we'll use manage. But when we use manage with double quotes, it's working.
Why auto is not working, Shiv?
Huh?
Manage is working. Why auto is not working?
Auto here, we're trying to search twice. So software space star space test. Okay, so here it's again a SDET. SDET ka synonyms, automated test engineers also would come. But when we keep it auto again, additionally, it's not working. So it's not trying to understand. Even with the manage also, it's not trying to, it's not working in the combination of site and in combination of in URL. When we keep like this, it's not working. But when we go to these examples with the double quotes, okay, here test and here with the double quotes, same example, but here it's in the double quotes, it's working. It's more or less, it's trying to accept when it is in the double quotes and trying to ignore and consider the rest of the keywords and providing the answers.